Communication skills. Communication is a series of experience of hearing, smell, seeing, touch, and taste. Communication skills is the ability to use language, receptive, and expressive information. Effective communication skills are a critical element in your career and personal lives. Communication goals: to change behavior, to get action, to ensure understanding, to persuade, to get and give information. Most common ways to communicate is speaking, writing, visual image, and body language. Some types of communication on the basis of organizational relationship is formal and informal. On the basis of flow is vertical, crosswise, diagonal, horizontal, and on the basis of expression is oral, written, and gesture. Barriers to communication: somatic barriers, emotional or psychological barriers, organizational barriers, and barriers in superiors. Somatic barriers are symbols with different meaning, badly expressed message, faulty translation, unclarified assumption, specialist language. Emotional or psychological barriers is premature evolution, inattention, loss of transmission and poor retention, undue reliance on the written word, distrust of communication, and failure to communicate. Organizational barriers is organizational policy, organizational rules and regulation, status relation, complexity in organization. Personal barriers is barriers in superior, the attitude of superior, fear of challenge of authority, lack of time, lack of awareness. Barriers in subordinates, unwillingness to communicate, lack of proper incentive. Communication process is the process of sending and receiving information among people. The sender will transmit the message to the receiver, and the receiver will also transmit feedback to the sender. In between, there is noise or some type of verbal communication. A communication code scheme is codifying and decodifying. They're sending the message back and forth to one another. Communication involves three components: verbal messages, the words we choose; paraverbal messages, how we say the words; and nonverbal messages, our body language. These three components are used to send clear, concise messages, receive and correctly understand messages sent to us. Sending messages. Effective verbal messages. They're brief, succinct, and organized, are free of jargon, do not create resistance in the listener. Nonverbal messages are the primary way that we communicate emotions, such as facial expression, posture, and gestures. Paraverbal messages is communications that refers to the messages that we transmit through the tone, pitch, and pacing of our voices. I didn't say you were stupid. I didn't say you were stupid. I didn't say you were stupid. Receiving messages. Listening requires concentration and energy. It involves a psychological connection with the speaker, includes a desire and willingness to try and see things from another's perspective. It requires that we suspend judgment and evaluation. Key listening skills are nonverbal, giving full physical attention to the speaker, being aware of the speaker's nonverbal messages, and then there's verbal listening, which is paying attention to the words and feelings that are being expressed. What makes a good communicator? There are 4 things: clarity, adequacy, integrity, and timing. How do you develop your communication skills? Explore the related skills. Oral, which is presentation, audience awareness, critical listening, and body language, are written, academic writing, revision and editing, critical reading, presentation of data, are nonverbal, audience awareness, personal presentation, body language, all combined to be communication skills. At last, we have effective communication. Tips to good communication skills is maintaining eye contact with the audience, your body awareness, your gesture and expressions, conveying one's thoughts, and practice effective communication skills. Effective communication is two-way. It involves active listening. It reflects the accountability of speaker and listener. It utilizes feedback. It is free of stress. It is clear. Thank you.